more people have dispersed.
So, come back to Zell looking pretty disheveled and a little singed.
Oh, you look like shit.
Oh, you
Yeah.
turn that guitar.
Sure did. Sure did.
That sounds like a story I'd love to hear.
Oh, I mean, she did some sneaky shit. Cast, I think, a spell on me. I don't know what kind. And threw a Molotov cocktail at me.
I know what a Molotov
Oh.
cocktail is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh. Must be a pretty important guitar then.
Okay. And then she pushed me out of the window too. After teleporting me. You just see so like the contrast being really happy
Hey,
to
the
be really
Tiefling girl pushed you out of a window.
And through fire. Babette just looks over to Arthur like, is this just what you deal with all the time?
Did you happen to get her name?
No. No.
Ah, man, you are hopeless.
Yeah. You see Zell really depressed.
Is Arthur implying what I think he's implying?
Yes, he is implying exactly what you think he is implying.
Zell has no idea what he's implying. He's just like thinking that like he just made a fool of himself again. So he's just really depressed.
Babette looks over to Arthur. So that's your type.
Zell like looks up, kind of
Yeah.
like confused. What are you
My
talking about?
type. Not at all. Our boy here definitely has a pointed
A penchant
election.
for getting
Kind of a
a penchant
like
for getting
makes like
exploded
a
by
horn
women.
shape. Makes a horn shape when
Oh.
he says pointed predilection.
So like it's looking. So let's go roll insight. So let's get a real insight. He's like, I'm gonna fucking read these fools. Natural 20.
You definitely know. You're like you kind of flushed for a moment as you realize he's pointing at that like your only romantic interests have ever been tieflings.
What's Arthur sitting on? Is Arthur sitting?
Yes.
I
Sure.
stool underneath him.
Give me an athletics check.
Hell yeah.
I just want to see what happens. See if I can do it. 11. I think it's there. It's a stool.
No.
Damn it.
Dude,
Oh.
his foot kind of just like props in behind one of the pegs, and you see as it kind of like just for a moment, and your fucking foot instead just hurts really bad, and he just like looks, you're like, oh man, that's low.
Well, that's low.
At least
not my
try and
only
be
type.
subtle about it.
I've never subtle Arthur.
Wow.
Always a pain in the ass. Being other older or younger you. So good at this.
Consistency is one of my virtues.
You know, you're saying the same exact thing too.
Variety is the
Shrugs,
spice of
and
life.
it's
I say it every day.
And so it just kind of like sighs and kind of just goes up to where Arthur's sitting. He's just like, "So what are you drinking?"
I am drinking whatever stuff they have in the gray bottle. Stuff in the white bottle, haven't touched. A mix. It's a good rule. Remember that.
Hmm.
Unless you don't want to remember the night, then you can mix.
Hmm. That's not my only type. So it's just like, so it's like very bubbly.
Oh,
It's just Zella's just kind of just like he has his like arms crossed, like in like really
pouting.
like pouting on the table on the bar. It's just like no, it's not my only time. Just like I mean,
Hey, man. Don't worry about it.
mm,
You never be ashamed of liking what we like.
well, that's the thing. I don't really know what I like. I mean, true, the first person I showed signs was a tiefling, but doesn't mean that.
Maybe you've just got some kind of musk that's irresistible to tieflings.
Oh, dear.
That sounds terrible. I don't know how to take that. How do you take that, Arthur? I don't. How do you take that?
I take it the spoon.
You're weird, Arthur. just Zell just like
Takes one to
goes
know
for a
one.
drink. Mm. Probably not drink too much since I do have that.
When you have a duel tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. I don't want to be drunk for that. I mean,
Or hungover. Hungover is arguably
You
even
have
worse.
until dawn. All you're gonna do is meditate for 4 hours.
mm.
Meanwhile, that guy is licking his wounds and his pride.
So what should I do then, Arthur?
Meantime, in the meantime, be sure that you don't lose yours. Be a good win today.
Um, I mean, can I be honest?
Just looks at you.
I don't really mind winning or losing tomorrow. I mean, if it wins, good. If I lose, But I don't know. Just
Might I
nice.
suggest not letting your opponent know that?
No, I think I've got the body language that I think that would be disrespectful. I don't know. It's fun when someone's not trying to take your life and trying to kill you, or want something out of you that kind of life changing. They don't want you dead. They don't want you to do something that's dangerous. It's kind of
Why do you think duels are so popular?
well, yeah. I guess just the general thing of what the duels, what they kind of represent. Not having to actually fight to kill, to hurt. I mean, again, not truthfully, I don't think it would bother me against someone that was bad. I just think it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah, nothing wrong with good old healthy competition.
Yeah, I know you don't know me, Arthur, because older you would, but I used to honestly, if it came to a fight like that before, I would have, in a sense, beat them to submission.
Yeah, that's not very sporting.
I didn't really care before. But now I'm kind of getting an opportunity to kind of, I don't know, regain some of my childhood. Didn't really have one. I mean, did, but how can you have a really childhood if you didn't really weren't a child? I think the reason why I do certain things is because of wanting to experience maybe just a little bit of being a child, even though I was thrust into this fucked up fate and destiny.
Yeah, that kind of shifts a bit. It's just like, huh.
But I know I can't let that defy me as much as the world will like that to me. Truly, if my fate can change the world to a better place or do something good, even if it's littered with bad things, I think it'd be worthwhile at the point.
Zale, I have strict instructions from Hanu to stop you when you get onto these. So
Feels
why don't we
feels
just
like
focus?
Drinky.
Why don't we just focus on the fact that you have a duel tomorrow and maybe not talk about fate? What is it with you guys and fate?
Feels like drinking.
I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a little insight in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Words like submission. It's the kind of shit I used to hear from the other when I knew. Those words were pretty common on his tongue. I remember what happened to that tongue. What that future looked like. Say this because who I knew, nothing like stronger or wiser. Voice of reason. Uh,
Zell kind of like laughs at
lose whatever it is you got right now, whatever it is you're working on. This isn't the childish other brooding dark side of you. That's the child. You're from the expert brooder. That is right. Do a lot more justice for yourself and for everybody around you. Focusing on the fight that you're doing today, tomorrow, and the rest of that.
Zell would kind of roll something real quick.
You finish the last of your beer, like, no, I definitely recommend I'm with the spa. A long fight. Oof.
Are there ice cubes around?
No.
Damn.
So would, because he's little, he's getting a little tipsy because he was kind of drinking, but he kind of stopped as he was listening to Arthur. Honestly, he would go up and hug Arthur. Kind of the way that he did the older one, and you kind of go up and hug him, and you say, "Thank you."
Hey man, you are way drunk.
Still is pretty drunk right
I'm gonna help you up.
now. Still it's pretty drunk.
One beer in, and he's already hammered.
It was a
Star
talk.
beer.
It was a talk of emotions, which get him too
Yeah.
powerful.
Mm. Fucking just like. So it's kind of like, and kind of like he's walking and kind of looking to Babette, kind of behind him. It's like, "Are you coming?"
Yeah, definitely coming. Definitely gonna be following you guys. Bev's just like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I fucking drop you off at your fucking room. And he is gonna fucking walk back out to go drinking more.
Bebet's gonna join him.
Arthur doesn't need to sleep, so he's
Bebet's gonna
gonna be
join him
out
for a
until
little
pretty
bit.
much the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So, as he's kind of lifting it, that would definitely kind of wake up. I think he's too drunk, but he does wake up. And
I mean, no, you take the spa, and after the spa stuff, you're mostly pretty, you kind of like, almost like meditated naps in the spa, that's like in your room. And, kind of like get settled and,
yeah, he before he does go to sleep, he's gonna do one thing, which he's gonna pull out his journal, a specific journal, and look through it real quick, and then he will tear out some of the pages in it and go to kind of
see as the lights in your room start to dim. As they do, you hear at your window.
like someone knock on it.
Kind of. You look over, you don't see anybody.
So kind of
Looks against it, and for a moment you see, just as you're turning away, perhaps like a rock or something. Cool. Some small piece of glass, maybe.
So kind of like tilts his head. It's like puts the paper down that what he was gonna do, puts it down and walks over to the window, opens it.
You can see down below tiefling arms kind of shoved into the pockets of her like long kind of vest coat. It's down this time. Guitar cases, like big old guitar case slung over her back. She goes, "Okay, so I'm sorry, and a monk or anything, are you, right?
Now what?
Not a monk, are you?"
So like looks back. Zell jumps out the window, a feather falls down to her. No, not a monk, but a magic user.
Okay, good. You can drink. And you're just a show off. Alright, show off, let's go. Owe you a drink. Only in the town for the rest of the week, so got a bar tab going. Drinks on me. And then we can forget about the fact that I threw a Molotov cocktail.
I don't think I'm gonna ever forget about that. So kind of mumbles behind her because he has keep fucking mind. So as Zell's walking with her. By the way, I'm Zell, by the way. And who are you? Don't mind me asking.
Really? Just call me Terry.
Insight check.
Um,
Because probably like now that I get, by the way, I had to do that Bobette talk with you before on the train, but Zell is definitely reading body language a lot more now. 13.
Oh, that friend talk would have happened on the
Yeah.
train?
That's definitely her name.
Gotcha. Alright, Terry.
Probably a nickname, but no.
Alright. Nice to meet you, Terry. What would that name mean, just as we're walking?
As you're walking, not sure. It'd be short for a multitude of things.
Kind of just walks. He walks beside
That,
her.
as you're back there drinking with Arthur, you're surprised to see kind of languidly walking down one of these side paths from the general direction of the spa. Zale walking next to a TV. And Arthur just goes,
Yeah, Pepette like elbows Arthur and looks over.
by the way,
Could you repeat that?
by the way, he turns and looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
Notice the points and makes tiny little horn shapes on his head.
That's... wow.
Mean, you know much about it, like your heritage.
I mean, not really. You live the nomadic life and you don't really bother to think where you came from. Not that I was particularly nomadic, but...
Your family.
Well, they were traveling long before we settled with the Maravesis, so... they never talked about it. They just told me stories from the road.
You seem pretty comfortable with those carny types. Family, some sort of circus act or something.
That's kind of the
what
gist
I
of
say,
it.
they're not meaning it like a...
What?
It means it literally, and not in like some sort of crazy circus act.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Sometimes
basically asking,
jokingly
were
from
you
my
part of
family.
were you part of a traveling circus is what he's asking?
Hmm.
Yeah. Very small one. I'm surprised Eliza hasn't told you any of my exploits.
No, not really. I kind of prefer to get to know people myself.
Smart decision.
Certain you had a really great childhood together. I was nearby, right?
Yeah, that's where Eliza's headed.
Oh, Val. Growing up here must be something like being in a fairy tale.
That is a very apt description.
So, I gotta ask, 'cause you're not a city person, I've kind of sussed that out. I mean, you've managed to blend in and fit in, but your pace of life, you're growing up small little village right outside. I guess that makes sense. But well, sorry, I got something in my fucking. Give me a second, I need a drink.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, but I gotta ask. So you haven't been outside. You didn't grow up in the city. You seen any, you know, fave? Those quotation marks around the word fave.
Does he look like he's genuinely interested in fairies, or like what is he trying to get from me here?
I mean, you know that they are something that in the forest, the only people that ever really see them live to tell about it are children, and
Yeah.
You're getting the general feeling that he's just trying to milk for information on something that is something only really kids that grow up outside of like small villages, places like
Would
Auburn
know.
really ever see.
Yeah.
As to whether or not it's because
Okay.
he's genuinely interested in it, give me an insight check. All right. Okay.
Good roll, 20.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh, nice.
What did he roll?
Okay. Well, if they roll a 26 as well, but just look at this. 26
Wow.
and 22. Is it meat?
I think
You have to beat it with.
Yeah, meets beats it.
Alright, then, you get the feeling that he is very aptly kind of trying. Like, you're not sure why, but you know that he doesn't care about fairies. You fucking know it, right?
Yeah.
Like, but you know why he seems so genuinely interested right now. Not really buying it for some reason. You don't know why, but you're not buying it for some reason. But damn, if he's not good at selling the bullshit, because he seems to genuinely be interested in fairies right now.
Yeah. I only noticed because I'm also very good at selling the bullshit.
Yes, exactly.
Let me just quickly look through some notes.
Good time.
Okay. Well, I don't think we ever saw any, but we definitely had, moments that I had decided we had interacted with fairies. Eliza never believed me, but
Yeah, he is the shrewd one. You, more the dreamer type. I guess that makes sense.
I do love my tall tales.
Let me guess. Theater.
Well, I mean,
Musical type. Dramatics.
musical what and what? Sorry?
You more of the musical theater or the dramatics?
Oh, it depended on the day, depended on the face.
I guess versatility does ensure that you're gonna have plenty of work.
I
Don't
assume
say
he's
that.
implying what I think he's implying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much speaking in thieves' can't
Yeah.
get right now. Just imagine this whole conversation is in thieves' can't.
Yeah. Well, I was able to have an apartment, didn't live that starving artist life, so I did find work until it exploded.
Work or oh, yeah.
What was that last word?
Yeah.
Said
Yeah.
work,
Work.
or oh, yeah. Like work exploded or
Yeah. That remains to be seen.
Give me just a second. I'm packing a bowl and steeping tea. Think. So you've always done freelance stuff. You've never really traveled with a troupe.
Is he asking if I work alone or if I work with people
Or
or
you're
both?
asking if you work freelance or as part of an organization.
Oh, okay. A little of this, a little of that.
Ooh. Not an easy line to pull there. I suppose your particular talent helps with that.
It does indeed. Honestly, it's a bit uncomfortable just being.
I can definitely understand the difficulties of an embedded and albeit somewhat deceitful lifestyle.
Babette
After
smiles at
that
like,
one.
yeah, Babette smiles at the acknowledgement of the deceit.
I was never really a big fan of being a mousetrap, you know? I mean, think about the idea. All you do is sit around and hold out a piece of cheese, knowing exactly what's going to happen at the end of it every single time. Snap! And you translate this to being. I used to work as a spy, counterintelligence, for the Farabian Trading Company. But it included a lot more danger than one would expect.
A lot more danger. What?
One would expect.
Give me a second to formulate my thieves' cant words. I found the predictability of the mousetrap kind of comforting, to be honest. It's when I'm not paying attention to that trap that things get a little weird. And she kind of like looks pointedly at Zale.
Oh. And it died.
Oh no!
And it died! No!
Rip.
And back.
Hey.
It did it again. I hate the internet.
Did you catch what I said?
No, I didn't catch
Okay.
anything.
It took me a while to figure out how I was going to respond in Thieves' Cant. I prefer the predictability of the mousetrap. It's when I'm not paying attention to it that it gets a little strange. And then she kind of looks over at Zale. So, when I'm not working, that's when shit gets weird, apparently.
Well, staring at a kettle and waiting on it to boil doesn't make it boil any faster. Better to sit down, eat a tea cake. And if you're going to be on a stakeout, know that there's a lot of time that you have to kill on this type of trip. Learn how to enjoy the little moments. Tea kettle will blow when it does.
Can you just read your messages?
Give me an insight check.
Uh,
Yes, he is.
okay, so I would say, honestly, I prefer not to watch the tea kettle when I'm with my friends. I'm just here for Eliza, is what I'm saying.
Alright. Sorry, god damn it. I heard I prefer not to watch the tea kettle when I'm with my friend. Shit.
And then what she's saying is, I'm here with Eliza. Like, I'm here because Eliza's here.
Yeah. In that case, keep an ear out for the tea kettle. Meaning, in that case, whatever connections you've got, let us know if anything is gonna happen.
Yeah. Yep, Babette just kind of nods.
Right.
And then it's probably getting late. Or is it? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, at this point in time, the harmonica band have all like grouped to their own table, and most of them are down to like being pretty drunk and just sitting around talking. Except for the Furbolg, who's now being the tallest of the group, now looks the smallest, all hunched up on their chair, long mane down in front of their head like a shaggy teenager, and they're playing their harmonica still.
Okay.
They continue playing for
Oh
some
my god, I
time.
am not Rousseau. I am Babette. She would kind of look over to Arthur and just kind of nod over to the harmonica guys. They were wondering if I was able to run an errand for Madame Rousseau. Maybe take something back to Hearthbind for her.
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes these kids eat a lot of candy. No, a lot, way too much. Different types. You shouldn't have gummy bears and also have chocolate truffles. But they do it all the time. And it might be a good idea if we started getting them full on a different diet. And you get the implication that he's like, yeah, if there are opportunities that we could get money from other places than the places where they've been getting money so far in this group, then we might reduce the amount of influence other people are having.
On what? Sorry.
On us.
On the party.
Yeah. As in, let's go fuck with them.
Yeah, you get the distinct implication that he's talking about friends, possibly others.
Mm.
He's like, if we get more money from other places, then that's probably a good idea.
Prince.
But yeah, he
Okay.
definitely seems to be in support of, yeah, sure, let's smuggle for this gypsy lady to earn some extra money, because
Hell yeah.
all the extra money we can somehow manage to find will be will have been made with a parent, and with a parent
Mm.
means that it's not going to be tied up with any particular source.
Yeah. And any particular sources that we are tied up with won't have as much power because we're making our own income.
Yeah, him talking about them being kids is him implying that you guys need to be parents. So he's indirectly saying that y'all need to use the parent thing more often so that y'all can get money that doesn't have ties to any particular group, and
Okay.
and fund the party that way. He seems to be implying
Sure.
that we should funnel money from criminal activities into the party's bank account so that they don't have to take money from people like Prince.
Oh hell yeah, that man is on board.
And that is where we will end it, though.
Hell yeah.
Cheers to that kind of,
Yeah, cheers to
agreement.
that. I'm gonna go to bed. You keep
We'll
an eye
do
on
the,
Sale.
Yeah, the harmonica will continue to